Getting arrested doesn't mean you suddenly lose all your rights. But this is exactly where people can make things worse for themselves by panicking, arguing, or talking before they understand what's happening. In this video, we'll look at what to do if you're arrested, what happens in custody, searches and interviews, and something that's particularly important if you live on the road or off-grid. What happens to your kids or animals if you're taken away? Living on the road, waterways or off-grid in the UK, Dickie Dread. And we're on part 52 in the video series, still in chapter 7, police treatment. So, what to do if arrested? If you're rolling free and wild, sooner or later you might find yourself in the back of a jam sandwich with some bully boy in a uniform talking about your rights. Don't panic, don't chat, and don't let them rattle you. Here's the lowdown on how to handle them when they come a-knocking. First rule, shut it. The moment the cuffs are on, the safest approach is usually to say no comment until you've spoken to a solicitor. That's it. They'll try every trick in the book. Help us help you. Let's just clear this up. You seem like a good sort. Don't fall for it. In England and Wales, courts can draw adverse inferences from silence in some situations, which is why speaking to a solicitor first is critical. Every word out of your mouth can and will be twisted. Keep your lips zipped until you've got a solicitor who knows the way around traveller rights. And I know how difficult this is. I've been there a few times myself. It's bloody hard, especially if you've had a few drinks. But just do it. Just keep it buttoned up. So know your rights. Name and address. You may be required to give these in certain situations, especially driving or public order matters, but you are not required to answer general questions beyond that without legal advice. If they ask for more, ask them, am I required by law to answer? And the spoiler is, you're not. Searches. They can pat you down if they suspect you've got something dodgy, but they can't strip search you on the roadside unless there's a serious risk. And we'll see below. Or we'll cover that in a minute. Holding time. They can only keep you 24 hours before charging you, and it's 36 in a very serious case. If they push for longer, demand to see a solicitor. Legal rep. You have the right to a solicitor, free of charge. Ask for a solicitor who knows travellers' rights. Most of them don't, and some are just in it for a quick chat and a cup of tea, so you are able to ask for one that knows about your situation, even if it takes some time. Phone call. You get one. Use it wisely. Call someone who will actually help, not your mate who's 3 shots to the wind. Strip searching. Once in the nick, you can be strip searched if they have a reasonable belief that you have concealed an item you should not have. They believe it is necessary to remove that item. Now, how the strip search is conducted. The search must be conducted in a private area out of public view. I've been strip searched in my squat before, believe it or not. And the copper must be of the same gender as you. If you are 17 or under, an appropriate adult must be present. The search should be conducted as quickly as possible. You should not be required to remove all your clothing at once. These procedures are governed by the Code C of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984. What can the Rozzers do during a strip search? They can ask you to remove your clothing, expose intimate parts of your body, require you to hold your arms out in the air, require you to stand with your legs apart and bend forward. You cannot be internally searched, meaning a search of any body cavities, unless they have specific warrant authorising an intimate search, which requires a very high level of suspicion and must be carried out by a medical professional in most jurisdictions. This is only allowed in exceptional circumstances when there is a strong belief you are concealing a dangerous item within your body. Do not let them do it unless they comply to all the advice. So if someone starts getting a fucking glove out, don't let them do it. The interview game. They want to pin something on you. Maybe it's trespass, obstruction, or their old favourite, a breach of the peace. Stay quiet. Even if they say it will look bad in court, keep stum. Your solicitor will do the talking. If they offer you a caution, don't take it unless your solicitor says it's the best way out. A caution is an admission of guilt, and it stays on your record. I don't tell you that, do they? If they try to move you on, Old Bill love a good eviction. If they're pushing you off land, ask for the legal reason. Section 61, is it? They need a genuine complaint or proof of criminal damage. Some powers, such as sections 62A to E, relate to movement to alternative sites, but these only apply where a suitable pitch actually exists, which in practice is often not the case. Film everything, and they can't stop you. If they start getting heavy-handed, that footage could be your best defence, but do not get physical with them. You can go limp to make it harder for them to move you, but do not lay your hands on them. That will get you into a whole new world of trouble. I know a few people who have got into that trouble, including one I live with now. So, inside the nick, if you end up in a cell, keep calm. They'll try to make you sweat, leave you waiting, give you cold tea and horrible food. Don't let them get to you. Use the time to breathe. Think and stay solid. If they get aggressive, make a mental note of badge numbers and demand everything is recorded. So the final word is solidarity. Coppers rely on fear, confusion and division. The best way to fight back? Stick together. Know your rights. Look after your crew. And, as Fletcher said in Porridge, don't let the bastards grind you down. And remember, freedom's not given, it's taken. What happens to kids and dogs if arrested? This applies whether you are on the roadside pitch, a boat, a van or living off-grid. If you are responsible for children or animals, you need to think about this in advance. If someone is arrested, the police are primarily dealing with that individual. What happens to children or animals at the scene depends on who else is present and how quickly alternative care can be arranged. For children, the first question is whether there is another responsible adult on site. On larger traveller sites or group setups, this is often straightforward. Family or friends step in immediately. In more isolated situations, such as single vehicle or remote land, it can become more serious. If no suitable adult is available, police have a duty to safeguard the child and will involve social services. That can mean temporary removal until arrangements are properly assessed. For van lifers, boaters and off-grid dwellers travelling alone with children, this is a key risk point. Have a plan. If you are detained and no one else is present, decisions will be made quickly and not always in line with your preferences. For dogs and other animals, the situation is similar but less structured. If someone on site can take responsibility, they usually will. If not, local authority dog wardens may be contacted. Animals may be taken into kennels, and recovery can involve fees, delays, and in some cases permanent loss if not reclaimed. In practice, much depends on context, how visible the situation is, how cooperative people are, and whether there is an obvious plan in place. Make sure there is a plan in place. The law provides a framework, but what happens on the ground is often fast-moving and situation-driven. Simplest protection is prep. Make sure someone can step in for the children or animals at short notice and that this is understood in advance. Without that, decisions may be taken out of your hands. So getting arrested is one of those situations where knowing the basics beforehand can make an enormous difference. Stay calm, get legal advice, keep stum and understand what the police can and cannot do. If you're trying to live differently, this is one of those situations where it really does help to know the law so you don't end up learning a hard way. In the next video, we'll look at drunk and disorderly, the law, the booze and the bust.